Alex Edler tries to stop progress of raging bull Nathan MacKinnon. The Canadian pressed Denver, the running of the Bulls is an annual rite of passage into manhood, or just plain madness, in Spain and Portugal. Men test their testosterone levels and evasiveness to avoid being run over by stampeding bulls in narrow streets, a tradition that dates to when cattle were transported to market. An NHL version of that practice is the Colorado Avalanche releasing their bulls. The big and intimidating line of Nathan MacKinnon, Gabriel Landeskog and Mikko Rantanen has combined for 79 goals and 199 points. If the Avalanche are going to emerge from a 3-7-0 funk to remain in the Western Conference playoff chase, the alignment has to run wild Saturday night against the Vancouver Canucks. The Avs and Canucks have 52 points apiece, but Colorado sits in the final conference wildcard position with one less game played. That hold is tenuous. The Avs can outscore their problems: secondary scoring, inconsistent goaltending and poor penalty kill, because Rantanen, MacKinnon and Landeskog were ranked 2nd, 6th and 26th respectively in league scoring after 50 games. The trio has accounted for 46% of the club's goals, so there's the natural tendency to cheat and blow the zone as the Bulls go on a rampage. So, how do you stop the stampede? You've got to make sure pucks are getting all the way behind their goal. We don't want to give them any freebies in the neutral zone, Canucks center Brandon Sutter, who could see a lot of the trio in a shutdown role, said Friday following team practice. Troy Stecher has had trouble containing Nathan MacKinnon in the past, but he's not alone. Michael Martin, NHL via Getty Images, they're going to make plays and get chances, but we've got to keep them on the outside and not let them get odd man rushes in our zone, stay with them in the corners because they're all pretty strong guys. They move to the puck, they jump to the net and they find holes. They're playing with confidence and that's probably the most dangerous thing in their game. The Canucks have got into track meets with the Avalanche, and a wild 7-6 overtime win at Rogers Arena on November 2 featured a 5-point performance by Elias Pettersson, 2-3, plus 4 points, 2-2, and 11 shot attempts by Brock Besser, who would succumb to a groin strain the next day. The freewheeling free-for-all also featured 3 points, 2-1, and a dozen shot attempts by MacKinnon. On the night of the 2018 trade deadline, MacKinnon had a whopping 19 shot attempts, including 9 third-period shots, and 3 points, 2-1, in a 3-1 Avalanche triumph here. His speed and shot release led Daniel Sedin to remark, "He does it all for them. From a standstill to top speed, it's impressive. I wish I had that." MacKinnon's signature move that night at the Pepsi Center was a lightning bolt move past Troy Stecher and then a quick release to pick the low side on Jacob Markstrom for the winning goal. How does Stecher plan to defend MacKinnon, who missed the All-Star game with a bruised foot, if he's in a one-on-one situation with the Raging Bull who already has 27 goals and 71 points? Not letting him get to the middle, obviously, said Stecher. You've got to rely on your goalie a little bit, and anytime you give them the middle of the ice, they're going to have more options to shoot, fake a shot or make a pass. You've got to keep them on the outside to kind of limit them, and it goes back to trusting your teammates. School will be in session Saturday because shutting down the MacKinnon line won't be easy. It's hard, said Canucks coach Travis Green. You can have the argument that's the best line in hockey, and if not, definitely one of them. There are so many elements. They're big, strong and have a lot of speed and can shoot the puck. You don't see that combination a lot. Meanwhile, the sputtering power play was a major focus Friday because it could determine if this is a good or bad road trip. A 1-for-21 funk the last 8 games is confusing because the first unit alignment looks good on paper but not on the ice. 27th ranked Avalanche penalty kill could help, if the Canucks can get to the net to draw minors. I've liked what I've seen on the power play, but we've got to find a way to get the puck in the net, understated Green. Overtime, general manager Jim Benning expects winger Nikolai Goldobin, who has been a healthy scratch for 5 consecutive games, and 7 of the last 10, to play Saturday, but Green wouldn't reveal his lineup at Friday's practice. The coach did say he'll draw in sooner than later. On this trip, he's been worked hard and we've got to find a way to control the puck more and make plays, and he's obviously a guy who can do that when he's on top of his game. Goldobin alternated practice rushes with Marcus Granlund on a line with Peterson and Besser and was also on the second power play unit. He's fourth in club scoring with 23 points, 5-18, in 44 games. Be Kuzma at postmedia.com, twitter.com/VanKuzma. Next game, Saturday, Vancouver Canucks at Colorado Avalanche, 7 p.m. Pepsi Center, TV, CBC, Sportsnet, Radio, Sportsnet 650 AM. White Towel Podcast, columnist Ed Wiles and Paul Chapman talk about what the NHL All-Star Game meant to Vancouver rookie Elias Pettersson and how the experience of a young player being included with the game's greats is often overlooked, the Canucks trade market, and last week's prickly gate. Click here to report a typo. Is there more to this story? We'd like to hear from you about this or any other stories you think we should know about. Email vantips@postmedia.com.